Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Unmade Gaming. We are here for our November 12-hour streamathon with our first game here, Pulp Cthulhu's Go West. We have an all-star studded cast here. I've never played Pulp Cthulhu, but they all have, so I'm sure I'll be safe. So let's go around, do our introductions, let's learn who you're playing, and let's jump into this nonsense. We'll start with our wonderful GM today, or our keeper today. Dee, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And tell us a little bit about Go West.
Good morning, all. I'm gonna lose this hat because it ain't gonna stay on. But I'm Deirdre, and you can find me hanging out in the Twitch chat as @Praxagorath Thesmophoria. And today we have some fine folks who are traveling by coach from Abilene, Texas to Four Corners, New Mexico. And 1870, we set our scene. It's been 5 years since the war has ended. Everybody's traveling west for their own reasons. We should see what they are.
Ooh, perfect. With great reason to travel west, we'll go to That Salty Ginger. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Thank you so much for having me. I know it's always just the highlight of your month.
It's the best part of my month, the whole
I
thing.
know. Hi, everyone. I'm Lauren. I'm That Salty Ginger over on Twitter. She, her pronouns. And today I'm playing Pearl Goodnight, a brothel madam, and may or may not be psychic. I never know. We never know if I'm psychic. That sounds fake. So probably not. Doesn't sound like me. No, never. No.
I appreciate that in the matter of a month you've gone from a nun to a brothel owner. So
They're probably related.
they're probably the same character, just in different time periods.
Sure, I'll be Irish. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
You've decided on the accent for me.
Perfect.
She's Irish now.
Great. Here to rein us in, Kiana, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
I don't know about reining us in.
We'll figure it out.
No. Hi, I'm Kenna, also known as Kenna S over on Twitter and on Twitch. Yeah, I hope you don't get tired of seeing my face because I'm kind of low-key taking over the charity streams recently.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be here later on, but I'll be, right now, for the Pulp Cthulhu game, I'll be playing June Chan, who is a bounty hunter. And she's headed out west to find some marks and have a new start. And, well, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I guess ensuring that June has a hell of a time on her hands. Lindy, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
Hi, I'm Laugh Love Lindy. You can find me online at Laugh Love Lindy. I'm awake. It's a morning. This time I'm not playing a cannibal. I was a cannibal the last time we played on Mike's channel here, but this time I'm a bank robber. My name's Robin Banks, and I have a wonderful partner in crime. We probably just robbed a bunch of banks on the East Coast and have just been heading our way west to escape the law, start a new life out there with shit tons of money. It's gonna be great. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
So far, I love that Kiana lost it at Robin Banks. And the face that Lauren made when she said, I was a cannibal the last time. Like it was a casual...
You can check it out.
Like it was a
Shout out to
casual
Over
thing.
Griff Capel.
It was
It's true.
skepticism that she's not still a cannibal.
Oh, okay, I just wanted to make sure that, like, yeah, no, just casual cannibalism. You know, that's a normal thing. And I will be playing Mr. Ezekiel Banks. Hence our matching outfits, because we're an
Yeah, we
adorable couple.
coordinated.
Yeah, we're an adorable couple that you should aspire to be. That being said, guys, this is a charity stream. Thanks, Kiana. This is a charity stream. Check out that donation section down below. It'll be updated shortly for charity benefits. This all goes to Extra Life to help sick kids in hospitals and long-stay hospitals with toys, games, research, and equipment. We are at currently, I think, $8,500 for our goal as a team. We're trying to hit 10,000. Today's goal is 250, so let's crush that goal and have a good time doing so. With that being said, Dee, take us away to the west.
All right. Well, first things first, let's make sure we all know what those wonderful, wonderful charity donations can help our party with. You can donate to give the party some crit successes, some crit fails. You can make the villains that might show up slightly later in here a little bit more powerful. And you can even, I will say, I had thought this out. I will even let you possibly, for like a $50 donation, let the party recover their sanity, which might be necessary in this game.
That sounds dangerous. Sounds dangerous.
All right. But let's get into this. Let's set our stage for this wonderful day. And you know me. Have to set the mood.
I forgot about that.
Mood is set. It is May 1870. You are all traveling in a stagecoach west from Abilene, Texas to Four Corners, New Mexico. It's been 4 days on the trail. You've kind of gotten to know some of these people. You've seen them quite a bit. You know that your driver is Mr. Conrad Webster, and his shotgun man is Benji. He never actually gave himself a last name. He only introduced himself as Benji. It's getting a little late. The night is getting a little approaching. You know that the Conrad has told you that it's going to be about 2 more miles and then you're going to hit the way house of Mrs. Dorothea Robbins and her very dear friend, Miss Alvina Flores. The road is straight forward. How are you guys doing in the back?
Are we the only people in this stagecoach?
Yep. As of right now, the only 4 who are traveling with you. You've lost. There was another gentleman, a preacher, who got out in Abilene, but he had been picked up in Galveston. You yourselves may have gotten on the coach ride earlier or later, but right now, it is just the 4 of you and your driver and his shotgun man.
So, Mr. Ezekiel is he's in a nice. What is that face, Lauren? He's in a nice pressed shirt. He has a nice dinner jacket, a sports coat, if you will. He looks like he is a fine gentleman from back east. Maybe different from these southern belles that we have with us. But he is from the north, as they say. And he just casually sits with his hands demurely crossed in his lap and looks around at everyone in the stagecoach.
So Pearl is not dressed for travel, especially for hard travel. She's come a long way from New York City. She's wearing kind of this shiny blue material. It seems completely out of place, as well as an actual set of pearls. And a little hat, like a little mini top hat that the ladies wear. She even still has a bustle on. She just is not supposed to be out here. It looks wrong, but she's very beautiful and very busty, as all of my characters are. And she is very tired of the sandy desert already. And so she's just leaned back, like everything's kind of askew, probably drooling a little if she's asleep.
So you?
Do you watch me sleep, Mike?
Like
now
a weirder
it's creepy.
Like
now it's creepy.
Robin is dressed fairly decently, like a nice lady from back east. But she's dressed more for travel. Her skirts may be split in case she want to do a little bit of riding. She's got her hair in a nice updo. She's probably reading a book in the back. Just keeping herself occupied while they ride in the carriage. She keeps to herself rather well.
Okay.
Yeah, and June, out of all of them, definitely looks as if she sticks out among these nicely dressed people, as she's wearing like very much the most practical clothes possible, even wearing like pants and as such, and they're very worn out from use, as she has her feet propped up across the way. She leans back. Her hat is slightly tilted downwards to obscure her face, but she still has her eyes open and kind of just looking out the side towards the front.
As we like hit a bump in the road, just like a rock or something, Pearl kind of wakes up and she's like tilted over like this, so she's like looking up into June's eyes very suddenly. See anything interesting out there?
Nothing of interest yet. But
You can roll that spot hidden if you want.
I would like to.
You definitely can.
I clean off the drool while she's looking away from me. Oh my god.
God fucking okay. Great.
Good.
I mean, you do have luck.
No.
Wow, okay, that was forceful. No luck. Too early for that shit.
I guess when you look out that window and the carriage, you're looking west as you approach, and you realize that you're just looking straight into that sunset, and it hits you just right, and you're just a little bit blinded. It's a beautiful sunset over the desert as you're approaching.
The light is also bouncing off of the chest can.
Yeah, because the brilliantly radiant Pearl Goodnight just radiates everything that comes across her. But
Like
yes,
a beacon.
like a
Or
beacon.
a lighthouse.
Suki, this is the wrong game.
Like those purples and blues and yellows and bright orange right in your face. And thank you all, chat, for making us get to our donation right off the top of the bat. Let's see if we can hit this. But it's not long, maybe another 10 minutes before you hear and feel the coach start to slow. You feel the coach start to get to the way house of Miss Dorothea Robbins and her very dear friend, Miss Alvina Flores. As you've come in, you come across, they're both older women. Miss Dorothea is slightly shorter, a little, let's say, well kept. Her dark hair is streaked white, tied up what probably was a very neat bun at the start of the day, but is kind of fallen out now. It's about 6, 7 o'clock. The sun is set. The weather is kind of still spring, so it's started to come in as a little cooler. And Miss Alvina Flores is slightly taller than Miss Dorothea. She is of Mexican American, more Spanish American, very long black hair that she keeps tied back in a very neat, orderly braid. And Miss Dorothea just standing at the porch door of the Way House. Well, y'all come on in. We'll let Conrad deal with them horses. Y'all come on in.
I'm going to wait till June hops out of the back, and I'm going to feign like losing, like I just need some help because I'm so weak from the trip, so I can fall into her arms.
Who are you falling into?
June.
Into June. Okay. June, can you roll that dex?
Oh boy.
I want to see if you can catch her.
Okay.
Guys, if you want to donate to ship, that's...
Not a success.
That's a success. All right. As Miss Goodnight manages to kind of trip coming off the stairs, she just falls naturally back into the waiting arms of Miss June. What is your reaction to this, Miss June?
So it's like instinctual, just like, oh god. And as soon as I like catch her, like, you all right?
Oh yeah, just the strain of the trip has been so much. I really appreciate what you're doing there, Miss June.
Yep. And like it just kind of.
She makes no move to get up. She makes no move to right herself. She's just there.
Yeah, she's like, kind of, just like puts her down and is just like, you can hold on to my arm if you like, if you're still feeling that.
She totally does. She just immediately hooks.
Oh, all right.
These clothes, they're just so heavy.
Yeah, not great for travel.
Are y'all okay? Y'all come on in. I got some hot food on. Y'all should definitely come in inside.
I'm about a fan.
Zeke watches whatever display just happened, sighs and steps out of the stagecoach, turns and places a hand out for the last remaining person in the car in the stagecoach and allows her to walk down.
Yeah. Robin will accept the hand and step down as well, kind of just looking a little quizzically at the scene as well, but not doesn't say anything about it.
Meet the strangest people when you travel.
That's so true. So true indeed.
Well, and he turns and walks in.
Mm-hmm. Robin will follow.
Mm-hmm.
Classic walking motion.
The classic. Well, yeah, okay, fine. Walking inside, it's a very set, standard way house. These are put up by all of the different, by the stagecoach company itself. It's run by Miss Dorothy and Miss Alvina. They set a pretty good table, but it's very plain fare. Grits, and there's some sausages, and they're what might have been vegetables at some point, but they're definitely cooked down. Greens are definitely on this menu. They are green though. And Miss Dorothea sees that you are all comfortable and says, well, I know it's not much, but I did manage to save a little something special. And she puts down a small jar of small homemade pepper jelly for anyone who wishes to try some. Now, I do warn you, it's a little bit spicy. Just a little.
What does one put this on?
Oh, anything. Grits or potatoes or, even on crackers.
Crackers is good. Pepper jelly on crackers is really good.
Oh, I'll try that. And he reaches over and grabs a cracker and spackles far too much of the pepper jelly on top.
Ezekiel, no, Mr. Ezekiel.
I'm sorry.
You want? Go ahead. No. Try it. No, honey, he'll really appreciate it.
It's like a jam, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like a jelly. It's a perfectly good jelly, y'all. It'll be great.
I clutch my pearls.
I feel like you use that too often in real life. He puts the whole cracker in his mouth.
Want to go ahead and roll that con check?
Wow, what'd you do, Mike?
It's okay. We're gonna be fine.
Just let's see. Oh, he is fine. He is fine. It is a little.
It has like a. It hits you in the back.
That would be the
good.
habaneros.
Oh, is that a What is that?
Yes, it's a local pepper. It's a pepper.
Oh,
And my dear friend Miss Alvina, she has a wonderful variety in the garden that we keep.
oh.
It's a nice kind of spread out for the, nice thing to kind of bolster the fare we get from the Stagecoach Company.
Sure. Is that like an exclusive pepper out west here, or?
Oh, well, I guess. I mean, y'all don't get it east of here?
We import it to New York,
I
if you can afford it.
never had it before. Very interesting. Pate, caviar, yes, but not. What is it? Habanero?
I think I
Habanero,
will
yeah.
have to try a bit of this myself on some grits.
Oh yes, I do recommend it on the grits. It's right good.
And she'll take a little scoop, way smaller than that of Ezekiel, but she'll just kind of mix it into her grits and give it a go.
You're not gonna need the
Good.
con roll off with the grits.
Good. I was prepared in case I had to, but she's just like, oh, now this is mighty fine indeed.
All right. Well, y'all enjoy yourselves. We've got 3 rooms for tonight. If y'all need them, that's as many as we got. I'm sorry, they're not right fancy. It's all we can, Stagecoach Company is paying for it, but things are still a little tight after the recent unpleasantness, unfortunately. But is there anything else I can get y'all? Anything y'all need?
Just a place to freshen up.
Well, I don't have an ensuite. I can get you some water in a basin for the bedrooms, but
Oh,
we got an
everything-
outhouse.
I'll take the basin.
And she'll go ahead. Well, all right, then I'll just go and set all that up. Y'all holler if y'all need anything.
So what
I'm,
brings everyone out west?
Just traveling.
Really? I heard it was nothing but a uncouth dust bowl out here. What would bring a woman such as yourself out here?
New business opportunities.
Oh, really? What kind of industry are you in?
I'm a people person, you might say.
Oh, interesting. Like sales?
Yes. She's got like a little mirror out and she's like touching up her makeup.
Interesting point. You've crossed the into New Mexico territory. Your business is not illegal in this territory.
God damn it.
There's light shining down, reflecting off something, reflected into my face. Because I'm just so happy to be here.
You've just angled off of the compact into yourself and it just shines up.
Yes.
That last little ray of sunshine just hits that chandelier just right and just
Right on my dimples.
shines on you.
Well, I wish you good luck with your business. My name is Ezekiel. And he puts his hand
My
out.
name is Miss Pearl Goodnight.
Oh, that's a...
I'd love for you and your sister? Friend?
Oh, no, we met in the stagecoach.
Deirdre.
Yes. yes, you may. Go right ahead.
What is that
Yes,
face? What is that
we
face?
met right across the Texas border
Uh-huh.
as soon as I got in.
Oh, you know they're lying through their conniving little teeth.
Well, pearly white teeth.
I don't get a fast talk chance.
She wasn't rolling it against you. She was rolling it against him.
Yeah, I'm not the face.
I'm
No, we met on the trip.
Wonderful. I'm glad you two are such fast friends. I'd love to see you when I get my business up and going in the territory.
Yeah. I love to support small businesses. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, I will. If I make any contacts out here, I think I'm just here for just to see what it is. See if I can bring any business back east. That kind of deal. I'm also in sales of a kind.
Kind of the in and out.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. I'm also in sales with, you know, transfers, mostly. Like a Western Union that I just
Gotcha.
invented, I think.
No. Well, wait, no. Actually, 1870, the Western Union trains are still running.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like an Eastern Union.
I think we could do a lot of business together then, Mr. Ezekiel.
Perfect. And you, Miss? And he points towards June. What brings you out west?
New territory, new opportunities. Same as you.
I like how she thinks.
Oh, what kind of opportunities are you looking for? What is your line of work, if you don't mind me asking?
Kind of do whatever just needs to be done, get by. That's all.
Oh. Okay.
June raises an eyebrow at him, having just heard this very vague conversation
What are you talking about? We're so upfront.
between everyone. And she's not oblivious to what Pearl does. Like,
Yeah.
that whole conversation.
What are you talking about? I'm so subtle all the time.
Oh, well,
Oh,
I'm out here to start a, new life, new beginnings. Bit of a little trouble back home, what with the war and everything. So I figured might as well get away from my family, start a new life, and, just enjoy a little adventure. You can never stay still in one place for too long.
Yes, and there's plenty of men moving out west, I've heard.
I've heard that indeed. There's not a lot of women, and that's why I'm on this stagecoach. I assume Val is as well.
That's right. That is right. We are forthright, trailblazing women. Who just get in there.
How progressive.
Get our hands dirty. She's been cleaning herself fastidiously.
Dee, is this our last stop on the stagecoach? That's a word, not caravan.
Nope. You've
Okay.
got 7 days left before you get to. This is starting tomorrow. You'll have 6 days left of travel before you get to Four Corners.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Gotcha.
You've pulled. This is the end of the night travel, the day of the travel. This is your stop for the night. If anyone wants, they can roll a listen check for me.
I
I'll
will.
roll some listen
Love
for you.
listen checks.
Some checks.
But I fail.
Oh, I don't hear anything.
I succeed.
That's
One success. Ooh.
Nice. Good job, bud.
Apparently.
See, men
apparently-
can listen.
Well, they can definitely hear. The
Well,
question is if they can act on that information.
Well, now your grasping at straws.
I guess so while the ladies are conversing and arranging, Ezekiel, you just happen to be sitting closest to the door and happen to notice Miss Alvina trying to have a quiet conversation with Conrad Webster, your coachman. He hasn't been by. Where are the supplies? He hasn't been back. And Conrad's response is a very forthright, I'm sure he's just drunk in a hole somewhere. He'll be here tomorrow. You know he ain't the most reliable asshole. No, but we are a week late and we need those supplies. We have customers. We have people to support.
Zeke scooches his chair back and picks up his napkin off of his lap and places it on the table and says, "Excuse me, ladies, I'll be retiring early." And he turns and walks towards that conversation. I assume is that in the direction towards the. I think there were stairs. Right?
Yeah,
Towards
there are stairs. So it's kind of like a standard 2-story ranch house.
Yep.
Walked in, the stairs lead up. There's going to be 3 bedrooms upstairs. Well, technically there are 4, but there are only 3 bedrooms for you guys. And there's a large meeting room in the front and a kitchen in the back. And so, yes, they're standing in the atrium front hallway, foyer.
Gotcha.
If this was fancy house.
Yeah. So he kind of walks towards the stairs and then heel turns towards that conversation and loudly says, "I'd like to thank you for the accommodations. I appreciate you letting us stay here." And then slightly quieter, but I hear that there is a missing person Is that what I'm hearing? Your secret's safe with me. I'm just curious. Is it anything that we should be worried about?
You see Alvina just blanch white. For her, like, the customer and caring for the people that come through her warehouse is the epitome and the shock of bad manners that what she thought was, in dealing with a customer service issue was overheard by someone. I'm sure he's just late. He'll be around eventually. He's the supply wagoner for the stagecoach company. They supply most of the basic dry goods for us, and I supplement with my garden and the jams and jellies. You liked the jelly, right? It was very good. You liked that?
I did quite enjoy that. It was the first taste I've had of that. But is there something that we should be concerned with? Is he often late, or?
Well, sometimes travel gets complicated. It is the spring, and there are rains occasionally, and I'm sure it's just a minor issue.
Okay.
And Conrad will go, he's drunk in a hole.
Oh, then okay. See, back east, I don't want to startle anybody. And he motions back to the table. Says, but back east, there's rumors of Savage Hill people out here. So I was curious to make sure that
oh no,
there wasn't
you're
anything.
You're not anywhere near any of the Indian territories, and we're not anywhere going to get close to the Navajo. We traveled north of the Apache, and we're not getting anywhere close to the Cherokee. We'll be fine. Right now, treaties are all in effect, and nobody's shooting at anybody else.
Okay. Well then, good to hear. If there's anything I can help with, let me know. I mean, I'm a bit of a businessman myself, but obviously I don't deal in trade. But if there's a local watering hole, other than I really only saw this place, but if there's somewhere we can go look for this man, let me know, and
I figure if we stop by the mission tomorrow on our way, we can ask in Father Diego and Sister Maria Constanza. They'll know where he is.
Oh, of course. Sure. Well, thank you for your hospitality, and have a good night. And he turns to walk up the stairs.
Yes. Have a good evening. Is there anything else I can get you? Anything at all?
Oh, I'm all set. Actually, you know what? A jar of that jelly to go would be outstanding.
Yes. And she literally just about faces and not runs, but fast
power walks,
fast sachets walks into the kitchen. It's just and you hear some rummaging around, and she comes back. It's like, I have some pepper jelly. I have some a nice rhubarb strawberry for you as well. Anything else?
He's clanking with the jars. No, this is quite enough. As he tries to ascend the stairs with several jars of jams and jellies.
I feel like while that was going on, Robin was probably pulled out her makeup compact, and it's just now, dude, what brand do you use? Because that is just fantastic on your complexion, as you declare.
Oh my goodness. So charmed. What am I going to use? It's going to be called Shamrock, because I'm just so great at everything I do.
Oh, I have not heard of that brand before. I will definitely have to.
I got it imported all the way from back home in Dublin.
Oh, well, that's probably why I've never heard of it. Well, it is very lovely. And what do you use for your rouge? 'Cause I usually just give a little pinch, but what you have on is lovely.
Well, yes, no. Well, I pinch myself quite a lot in many different places, but I also the rouge is, of course, the Irish rose, because we're just going with it now. We're leaning into it.
Well, it is just smashing on you. I just wanted to mention, she's going to touch up a little bit with powder herself. And
so I know you and Mr. Ezekiel met on the stagecoach, but there seems to become some kind of spark there. I don't know what it is, what I'm picking up.
Oh, well, I don't. Well, you could say there's maybe I'm picking up your Irish accent. I can't help myself.
I'm picking up your southern one.
It's all okay, guys. It's time in the
I
morning.
could say that there is a bit of a spark. I don't think he's noticed, though. You know, there's lots of handsome young men coming out here. I figured, well, maybe I could snag myself one of them. That's why I'm out here out west.
Well, that is a very good idea. You should keep your options open. I only ask because he seems pretty well to do, and I might be able to do a bit of business.
Well,
I wanted to make sure that was okay with you.
oh, well, I don't have a ring on, so I don't see why not.
Speaking of, how are these 3 bedrooms going to be allotted, ladies?
Yeah,
I have a plan.
yeah, I know you do. No, yeah. I mean, during this whole conversation, June's just been sitting and just super confused. Just like,
Yes.
it's very much not a makeup person or anything. It's just like, all right. She'll just kind of get up and head up to one of the rooms.
Junie, do you want to share a bunk? I'm very small. I don't take up a lot of room.
Right. I mean, sure. You know, like, if you don't mind bunking with somebody like me. Kind of looks down at her very worn through stuff and dirt.
Oh, it's fine. You just take that off. I got a slip you can wear.
Right. Yes, that's exactly what you were talking about. Yep. All right. Sure. I'll be right upstairs. I'm going to clean off a bit first. Very hurriedly walks up the stairs.
The bedrooms are clean. They are mostly fitted out with twin beds. There are 2 per room. They have set up a nice wash basin and some nicer, not enamel cruet and pitcher and bowl basin. It's easy to see that the ladies are dealing with, trying to offer the comforts that they can with the restrictions that they are given. The beds are dry and well put together, but not the most comfortable things you've ever slept on. More comfortable than the coach, I guess.
You would hear a loud already coming from one of the rooms.
Yeah, so June immediately skips over that room. And
Like the room the farthest away.
Yeah, and take the one farthest away from it. Nope.
So you retire for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
It is a...
Robin will just slip a note under Ezekiel's door that says, "Good night, dear."
Night, honey. I'm staying somewhere else tonight.
Typical.
Well, I mean, you've been traveling in this coach with her for everybody here for 4 days, if you're keeping that story up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
It's totally a good secret.
Thanks, Pearl. You know nothing.
I'm psychic.
As the morning dawns, you hear the light patter of rain. It's more steady than anything else. It's not heavy. It's not damaging. Conrad lets you know, yeah, we'll be fine. It might slow us down a little bit, but we'll definitely get where we're supposed to be going.
Oh, that is mighty good to hear. Mighty good to hear indeed.
Pearl looks very relaxed in the morning. Just totally refreshed.
How's June look?
June looks a little cleaner than she was before. She's just kind of doing her own thing. Although she's very pointedly trying to not look at Pearl.
Is she blushing?
Not quite there yet.
Gotta work harder.
And as you're getting ready to board the coach for the next portion of your journey, Miss Alvina walks over to Ezekiel and just kind of subtly hands him another thing of jelly and says, doesn't even say anything, just have a very pleasant trip. I hope you have a very pleasant trip.
I appreciate that. Ladies, I have so many. There's one, at least one for each of you. And he sort of spills them out onto the seat in the stagecoach, and then turns back to the driver and kind of like puts an arm on him and says, "So are we making the stop at the mission you'd said? I don't want to know how long we're going to be delayed for."
Yeah, I figure we might make there by lunch. Sister Maria does put on a pretty decent spread.
Oh, okay. Well then, have at it. And he turns and begins to get into the stagecoach.
All right. Any other concerns, ladies, before you disembark the wonderful way house of Miss Alvina and Miss Dorothea?
Nope.
You just see Miss Dorothea kind of waving from the patio going, "Y'all have a good day!" And just subtly, the two of them walk back inside and close the door. The road is a little more bumpy today as you're riding. The rain makes the trail just that much more makes it that much more pitted. It's not like these are paved roads. Some of the rain is getting into the water trails, the wagon wheels. You feel it's a little colder today than it was yesterday. And as you hear above on the bench above, you hear Conrad cursing at Benji. Should have kept the damn hat on, Benji. You wouldn't be wet and complaining if you kept the damn hat on. And then after about an hour of travel, it's probably about 9, it's probably getting closer to midday by this point. A couple hours of travel, getting closer to midday. The weather takes a decided turn. What was a light spring rain is now much heavier, kind of driving. Did you keep the windows open on the carriage?
No.
If it was raining the whole time, then we would have had him up.
That's good. Wise decision. It's a little stuffy in here. It's actually very stuffy at this point. And
Pearl wears perfume too, so
it will be very, very cloying by this point.
Yep.
The amount of weather that you've had. The wind and rain start to get heavier and heavier, and you hear Conrad yell to Benji, "We'll make it to the mission, then we'll pull over." And at just that point...
Oh, right, ladies, my.
Strike.
I spoke to the stagecoach, and he said that we were going to be stopping at the mission for lunch. Brief reprieve from this.
That's probably wise, Mr. Ezekiel. There's a
bumpy road.
cats and dogs out there.
It sure is. I feel like I'm riding a
Mr.
horse.
Robin, this perfume is called Blarney.
Oh, is it? I'm assuming this must all be part of the set.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I declare that those European cosmetics are so ingenious in their marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone want to roll me a spot hidden?
Sure.
As the lightning strikes right up the sky.
Success.
Nope. Just gonna fail all my rolls.
Ooh,
Extreme success.
Success. Extreme success.
I noticed nothing. I'm just too busy by the Blarney.
Ooh, but that hard success. Miss Robin's very distracted. She's just kind of trying and subtly not to have her eyes water at the amount of perfume that's just soaking this environment.
Kerchief over my head. Can we scrap it?
And trying to deal with that. But everyone else who rolled success, you notice that the lightning that's striking is a little odd. You're used to seeing that bright whites and oranges of lightning strikes. You may have even at once or twice seen some heat lightning with that bright pink light up the sky. This is not that color. No, I'm sorry, it's not purple. It's a bright green. Like Shamrock, Ireland has come for you. Green. The rolling fields of the river, coasting along the River Shannon. Green.
I point that out. Ooh!
That's quite strange, no?
This is as green as my eyes.
I've never seen a green lightning. Has anyone else ever seen that? And he like bangs on the front of the coach.
Greased lightning. No.
Well, I don't know about greased.
Oh, green. I'm
Damn it,
sorry. I
Mindy.
misheard you with all this rain. It's a bit. I can't see anything outside.
Green lightning. It's like a flash of green, and he on the side of the stagecoach trying
What?
to. Is that green lightning?
Can't tell you right now. I don't want to pull us off into the middle of a ditch.
Fair. He
Thanks.
settles back down. Have any of you seen green lightning before? Is that a trick of the eye? Did anyone else see that?
I didn't see a single thing.
Oh,
I
well.
saw it. What about you, June?
Yeah, I saw it.
She doesn't look impressed. Have you seen green lightning before?
No, but
You are a very worldly woman.
no, I haven't seen green lightning before.
Quite strange.
And with the next bolt of lightning, I need each of you to make a luck roll
Okay.
as the lightning strikes close enough to the carriage to spook the horses.
Hard success.
Ooh, success, hard success. And
June.
what are we missing? June. There we go.
Yay.
Everybody succeeds. You feel the whole carriage lurch, but you manage to grab onto either each other or the sides of the benches,
I hop into June's lap.
or hop into June's lap as June kind of looks at you quizzically as what the hell are you doing? As the lightning strike causes the horses to spook, and they jolt and jump and shatter the whole carriage. And if you would make me a listen check,
Sure.
as the sound of the rain gets louder and louder. and harder to-
Hard success.
I failed almost every single roll today.
Oh, well, get them out early, as we say.
Hopefully.
You will hear as
Fuck.
God damn it, Benji! Unfortunately, Benji did not manage to save himself, and that last bump might have been a little bit more.
I bang on the window. What the fuck is happening up there?
Stay in the damn carriage, and I might get you to the mission alive.
Fair.
Got about a mile and a half, and I don't think these horses are going to be walking that. The speed has definitely increased by this point. You might want to hold on to each other.
Yes, I fall back onto June this time. Oh my.
June has to move the gun out of the way to not accidentally clock Carl.
As you get to... Oh, this is what I wanted to do for you. To the... You see Conrad shout out. You hear Conrad shout out. Mission's in sight. We'll be there in about 5 minutes, and then we'll get you all dry and calm down.
I mean, it's not being wet that I really mind. Thank you.
I
Wendy.
do!
Wow. was like
can't look at
there was
this.
like
I honestly can't look at
there was like a line. There was like
One day I'll get to be the brothel owner.
There was a line, and you just erased it. You erased it and said, "Fuck this."
No, it's not a lie.
It's raining.
Please.
Okay.
God, Mike.
You know, Mike,
Dear-
I'm gonna power through it.
Dear Internet, you're welcome. All right.
Guys, don't forget you can send that clip to PowerScore RPG.
RP.in, premiering tomorrow.
Please do. Someone go clip that right now. Oh my god.
God. Moving-
Go ahead, D. You got this. Remain strong.
Yeah, I'm good. As you get into, you feel the coach start to slow as you approach the mission. It's a slightly older mission, bounded by a low, adobe wall, large gate in the front, just big enough for the coach to pull through. Figure you might probably just brushes the top of the arch with a small cross in the middle. You can see, well, what can y'all see? I don't know, through the rain and the mud and the windows that you've closed up that are probably fogging up now with all of everything going on inside.
Oh, bye.
Do you want spot hidden?
Yeah, he's gonna be pulling that carriage right up and letting y'all out in a minute.
Business is booming.
Ooh, I see things.
You
Yay.
do see things. You see a lot of things.
Yay.
So you see.
I don't.
Some people do not. I guess, you know.
Robin and I just trade off successes. We can't
We
both
do.
succeed. It's just one or the other.
Perfect partners in crime.
It's what that makes that marriage work. You balance each other's help. But as you get into the churchyard, you see a church of moderate size. Again, southwestern adobe style, plastered, bright, kind of orangey browns. You see another low building, kind of connected. That's blowing. You can just, with that extreme success, Robin, see a little bit of smoke curling out of the chimney over there. You can feel the carriage start to move as as Conrad pulls it over in towards the barn area that's set up. And with that extreme success, you can also see the graveyard off to the left of the church itself, and you notice maybe it's just a trick of the light, the way that lightning strikes right at the right moment to brighten it up for you so you can see through the driving rain. You see a couple of the graves look fresh. But Conrad pulls the carriage up right next to the barn and proceeds to say, all right, y'all get on out here. I think I think I can handle the rest. I'd head over to the church. That'd be where everybody is.
Where's Benji?
And you just see him take a flask from his hip and go,
Oh no!
I'm
we'll be
sorry.
praying for his soul. Hopefully.
You didn't just stop the caravan, or?
Well, it wasn't really in my control to stop it at the
Oh.
time.
I understand.
And while I may have done some things in that recent unpleasantness, I really try to avoid pancakes.
What?
Wow, D. No, I understand.
I couldn't think of any other way to
Yeah.
say that.
I understand. We'll all have a drink in his honor.
Yeah. I'm starting now.
And he takes his jacket off and puts it up over his own head. Begins to walk inside.
Robin will pull out a little kerchief, put it over her hair to help try to keep it a little dry.
I look down at. She's got a kerchief on. I don't have anything. So cute. I look down at the mud and at my beautiful boots. June, could I piggyback? I looked at your character sheet. You're really strong.
And
I look so sad.
I mean, sure. It just may be easier if, and I just pick her up.
go ahead and roll me that strength check.
Okay.
Do you have advantages?
I do have it.
You have advantages.
Fucking amazing. An extreme success. I bridal carry her, no problem.
You bridal carry her, no problem. You see every pit in the dirt ground of the churchyard that as you kind of hot-foot it quickly to the chapel into itself. As you kind of just get in there. So Pearl is being carried by June. Ezekiel's running through the rain with his coat over his head. Robin's getting herself through okay.
Bonin is just running for it.
Just running for it. As you get into the churchyard, you happen to see you see the church itself. There are some figures you can kind of almost see at the end of the church. You see different torchlights. It's very dark in here at the moment. However, I need all of you to do something for me when you walk in.
Yes. What?
Is it throw rice at Pearl? Because she clearly just got bridal carried across the church threshold.
Throw me money.
No. You don't throw rice. That kills the pigeons.
Yeah.
It's
1870. It's fine.
It's fine. And nobody cares about pigeons anyway.
Yeah.
Flying
They
rats
are
are
flying rats.
I need all of you to succeed on a hard con roll.
The fuck?
No.
I'm
gonna use an advantage.
I succeed as fuck.
I'll use an advantage. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay, well.
Hard? Well, I'm good.
So I will. I guess I'll use luck.
Wait, where are you?
6 points of luck. I'm at the bottom. I had a 33.
Kiana, can I just say we're hardy as fuck?
We're super hardy.
All right.
I'll use 6 points of luck to succeed.
All right. That's really good. That's going to be really useful for y'all in a minute. As you all come in, you smell first. You're appreciating the dry, you're shaking yourselves off, and then all of a sudden you start to smell the incense that's burning as this figure at the chapel just kind of wafts it with the incenser forward and back and forward and back. And you all just kind of breathe it in. It's sweet smelling and kind of, but at the same time, very light.
It's drugs.
Maybe. I'm not gonna say that. But yes. And as you all, the success was important, but it's not gonna help you in the long term. As you all take a smell of it, you all slowly start to unfocus. You're looking ahead and you see different things. Miss Pearl, Goodnight, you're back in New York at your previous establishment.
It was called the Prick Willow.
The Prick Willow. And you see it in flames. Did all of the girls get out?
No.
So you're hearing their screams in your head. You see the gentleman at the time who didn't like your refusal to work with them. Laughing as they throw another torch into the building. Mr. Ezekiel, you are no longer in this church. And that rain and thunder that you're hearing, it's not the sounds of Mother Nature. It's the sounds of the guns. As you look up, and you're not on any calm Western church, you're at Fredericksburg. It's midday. The guns are still going. And that goddamn son of a bitch has ordered the fourth wave up the hill. Now it's only that New York Irish regiment who's bullheaded enough to follow that decision. You know that those Southern bastards are entrenched and that they've got the guns pointed down at you. You know that those previous three waves never made it past the quarter mark on the hill. And you can still hear people crying and begging as not everybody ended up, well, dead. Miss June, you're back east. And for you, it's hard. Your last boss wasn't the best. Well, let's be honest, he was a racist asshole. You know, for you, your parents had come from China and tried to do anything else. They sent you to school. You learned as much as you could. And this asshole, well, what was he like, June?
There wasn't a moment where I wasn't put down, belittled, given the worst jobs, given the jobs that I would barely get out of. Not like I had any choice, though. At least most of the time it wasn't physical.
All right. And then, Miss Robin, you're there. It's not this church that you're seeing. You're standing around, and you're standing in a post office, waiting very kindly, looking very politely, looking very put together. Your family has money. You always show off and look nice. You're looking down, and you see your own face in the wanted poster on the wall. You're glancing around as you slowly try to figure out how you're going to get out of here without drawing too much attention. What do you do?
Well, how many people are in the post office?
About four.
About four?
And one's a little old lady, you know, from church. She's a little gossipy, but... And there's a gentleman, older gentleman who's very focused on himself.
Mm-hmm. I think, is there a water closet in this post office?
Yes.
I think she would excuse herself to there, and try to just casually take the wanted posters on her way out. Just pink.
You want to roll that dex to see if you can do it? Ooh, success! You managed to subtly pull that wanted poster off and put it in your pocket and just kind of subtly walk to the bathroom. And what does she do when she gets out?
Well, if there's a window in there. That's always a good option. If not, she'll pull out her compact, and being a Pulp Cthulhu master of disguise, she can change her face a bit, come out looking like a slightly different person, conduct her business, and be on her way.
As she does, as she gets out the door.
Knowing that she can never go back to this post office ever again.
Knowing that you can never go back to that post office, never again. So you all succeeded on the con roll, which is actually very important, because it changes this number.
Oh.
Oh, dough.
Mm-hmm. It changed this number a lot. I'm just gonna say that.
Cool. Yay!
You all take 2 points of sanity loss.
Okay.
As you all wake up,
Good.
and it is not
33 sanity.
You are not in this chapel again. You're in that small building you saw to the side. You see a young-looking nun in a white habit, very pristine, almost shockingly so for where you are. I mean, you'd expect some level of, you know, dust or dirt, but for some reason her habit is entirely perfect all the time. And she's pouring out some waters for all of you and just kind of says, "Oh, you're awake. That's very good. I am Sister Maria Constanza. Welcome to the mission. Can I do anything with you?"
No, you can't, because I don't know where I am. June?
Yeah, June is immediately, like, her hands going to where she normally puts her guns.
I do apologize. I set your things to the side. I don't like guns.
I don't like being touched when I'm unconscious.
Oh, well, it was just, well, you were unconscious and the brothers were very concerned, so...
Oh, the brothers touched us!
No, I had them help carry you in, and then I get them out and I took care of you.
Great.
Well, I'm the only nun here.
I'm sorry, where are we?
Oh, you're in the mission. I apologize. Apparently the incense was too much with the environment and everything, and you kind of passed out a little bit. Just a little bit.
And Conrad is where?
Conrad, yes. Well, he was hitching up, fixing the horses, and now he's trying to get us some more firewood.
So everything's fine.
Yeah. As far as I'm aware, is there something wrong?
No. I'm gonna go get my bag. Make sure she didn't take anything.
What kind of incense was that? I've seen a censer before, but never one that strong.
Oh, it's a local blend. Unfortunately, you know, the church is very complicated and don't usually ship out to here. Since the Spanish have left, it's not really been a priority.
Got it. Okay. Little strong. Just in case you get new parishioners, you might want to tone that down a bit.
Yes, sometimes. It is, however, necessary for the rituals and rites to be performed correctly. Is there anything else I can get you? It's just that it's just about sext, and I need to go to chapel.
I'm sorry. What?
Sext. It's the hours.
It's Latin, right? Yeah, Latin.
Yep.
Latin for what?
You can roll religion or that history.
Okay.
I have neither. I'm not
critical for
I'm-
no reason. It's
I'm-
incredible for no fucking reason.
You know a lot. Listen, Pearl knows a lot about sext.
Yeah.
All of it,
Give me
apparently. All of
Give
it.
me a D.
You know, based just purely on when you got here and what she's been telling you, that she's either very, very confused or she's lying to you. Sext is the midday prayer, and based on the shadows and what she told you about being unconscious for a couple hours, it's almost time for Vespers.
So evening.
Mm-hmm.
And when did we got here?
We got there just before lunch-ish.
Okay.
It took a little bit longer.
Saying that no time has passed, but it's been hours and hours.
No, she's told you that time has passed. She told you that when
Okay.
she woke up. It's like, you passed out for a couple hours.
Oh, okay.
And what she said was that it's time for sext, which is the midday
Right.
prayers. She's either wrong, she's either mistaken in what she's saying, or she's just lying to you.
Yeah. Could you give us a moment?
Oh, certainly. I'm heading over to the chapel anyways. Brother Juan Carlo is around if you need anything. He's slightly older and he's not well. I'd be careful with him. He doesn't really keep things in order. I and Father Diego and Brother Alonso will be in the chapel if you have need of us. Conrad was tending to the horses. I believe that was what he then going to, well, whatever he does.
Thank you so much.
What was the nun's name, real quick?
Sister Maria Constanza.
Take notes. Got my post-its. Okay, so she goes. She's leaving. Shoot. Shoot, nun. Shoot. So after she's gone, that I've experimented with drugs before, but that was part of it tends to get linked with the trade, although it's not part of mine. But I have never had quite that experience. And unless my Latin is failing me, it's not midday, it's evening. Right? I mean, it's evening.
Are there any windows?
There are windows that they're kind of slightly older. You can see they're a little dusty. It's clean, but it's like the glass itself is kind of aged. Yeah. You can definitely see that it's much darker than it was when you got here. And the rain seems to have stopped.
Right. And you're saying that it's clearly time has passed. I'm sorry, I missed the whole sext thing. I was
right. So
caught off
sext
guard.
is like the midday prayers, but it's time for Vespers, which is the evening time prayers.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why.
So.
I don't know why anyone would lie about that.
Right. Is that I assume the Catholic faith or what is? I'm not a very religious man.
Yeah.
Is it perhaps called something similar in a different religion or?
No.
I just wondered if they maybe switched them for other religions. I don't know.
You know what?
Protestants, maybe.
Nuns creep me out.
Oh.
When I was very little, I was raised in a convent, if you'd believe it. So I think, well, it's true. I just would like to go. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, she said
religious folks make me uncomfortable.
Well, there's nowhere to go. She said that Conrad was out gathering wood. I spoke to Conrad earlier. He said we'd only be here for a little bit, around noontime. He said that the nun, the sister, makes a good spread. So I assume we'd be having some kind of meal here and then carrying on. But as far as she says, he's not here.
He's getting firewood. Maybe we should go talk to him about doing what he's supposed to be doing, which is getting us to where we're supposed to be going, instead of getting firewood for a bunch of totally capable nuns and brothers.
Funny thing is, if that storm went as far as I think it did, firewood's not going to be very available, wet wood and all.
We should go get Conrad. I don't like it. Let's go find Conrad. Let's start by I want to go to the coach. I want to go back to the coach and look for him.
Okay. The coach is in the barn. You'll see, it's not hard to see that the horses are unhitched.
Come with me.
Yeah, June has definitely like grabbed her guns during this whole conversation and like put them back where they have to be and walks out.
June, roll me a luck roll.
Oh God, what did those fuckers do?
Was all of our baggage taken out of the coach as well?
Extreme.
June, you notice that while the rifle is still fully loaded, the bullets are out of the revolver.
They didn't know how to use the rifle. This dirty, religious.
I look at the revolver and I narrow my eyes.
Now, all of your personal gear is still there. If you want to reload the revolver, it's there. I'm assuming you carry extra bullets because you're a professional and you would never go anywhere that without having those extra bullets around you. But yeah, you would have to reload it.
Was all of our luggage taken out of the coach?
No, well, not in where you woke up, which is basically like an infirmary almost. Okay. Again, the church runs these kind of hospital things for the local people, kind of basic infirmary kind of thing. It's mostly just beds and tables and a couple, whatever they can muster up. Whatever you had on your person is on the table next to you. Okay. But your personal baggage would have stayed on the coach. You didn't take it off.
So my garter belt holding my garter revolver, it would be on the table.
The revolver is definitely on the table.
They got handsy.
I had a stiletto.
They got real handsy.
I had a stiletto in my boot. Where is it?
It's still in your boot, but your boots aren't on.
They took my boots off?
Well, you're not gonna put not putting dirty boots on her clean infirmary beds.
They were so clean because June carried me.
That's true.
It doesn't matter. Those dirty boots are not going on that infirmary bed.
I know. I'm just messing.
Yes. I always did hear things about, some Catholic pastors and nuns getting a little handsy, but I never thought I would see or experience.
Hands are a big part of many professions, Robin.
Yeah, I'm getting a little uncomfortable as well. Pearl, I'm gonna go out to the stagecoach as well.
Why don't we stick together?
Yeah, let me just put this back on and I'll
I'm gonna put my
revolver.
Roll that luck roll.
Yeah. Anyone paying astute attention would see Ezekiel kind of look over as Robin pulls that back on.
I see it.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. You do.
I give him a thumbs up.
The bullets are not in that revolver.
I declare.
Did you have any on your person? Any extra on your person when you got here?
She would have had extra on her person and in her luggage.
Okay. And it's easy enough to reload.
She's a bank robber. She also has a sawed-off shotgun in her luggage.
I put my boots on and I'm gonna stick this stiletto like just in my belt now. Screw this. I don't like these religious folks. Okay. I don't like them. I went to Catholic school. Lauren did. I know.
It's okay. I'll teach you one.
Okay.
Moving on
to the stagecoach.
So you move
all my stuff back.
You move through, come out of this infirmary barracks situation and see very obviously the church is coming out this way. It's to your right. The barn and the gate to where the low wall is over to your left-ish. Mm-hmm. And just beyond the church is again that graveyard that you can see.
That was a good point, Mike, from earlier. Is there Catholic iconography from in the infirmary to the outside of the church? Does it look Catholic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As far as you can tell, there are crucifixes hanging above the doors in various locations. You see a giant. Again, it's poorer, so while you don't see as many specific saints icons, and you weren't really in the church long enough to really see itself.
Mm-hmm.
But from what you can see subtle indications that it's very much it's supposed to be a Catholic mission.
Okay. Yep. To the barn.
All right. So you head to the barn. It is very easy and does not require any roll to see that the horses are unhitched. Their bridles and harnesses have been removed. Your luggage is still tied onto the carriage itself, or to the coach itself. Other than that, you're going to need to make me that spot hidden rolls, guys.
Yeah, I don't trust it. But I can't put my finger on
Ooh,
it. Nice.
hard success.
Mm-hmm. Success for... Oh, look, and that married couple is trading it off.
High five.
No, he has a mission. Ezekiel is walking in and moving straight towards the back of the stagecoach.
Okay. As you look around, you can't find Conrad. You can't really see anyone around here. You know, there's a little bit of a rat. With that hard success, Mrs. Banks, you do notice that some of the ties on the luggage have been undone. Like the tarping on top of it.
I think that someone went through our luggage. See, these ties here have been undone, I do believe.
Who here Can anyone here steer a stagecoach?
Well, I did operate heavy machinery in case a stagecoach was not considered ride.
Brilliant.
I can ride a horse. That's about it.
I can drive a stagecoach or ride a horse.
As much as I started doing it again. As much as I would love to go hear the confessions about why people would be going through our stuff, I also just want to go. This whole place just gives me the willies.
Oh, there's just one thing I need to check, and I'm gonna go through the luggage. I'm gonna check, the personal suitcase has the clothes and the shotgun in it. Make sure everything is still there inside of that.
Yeah.
Everything is still there, and indeed, it doesn't look like any of your belongings were touched.
Okay, and then I open the suitcase that's full of money and gold bars and make sure that's still there.
None of your stuff has been touched.
Okay, I close it. Like, yeah, I'm good to go.
Yeah, that was what Ezekiel was doing too. He was making a beeline right for
Checking
that.
money.
Yeah. He goes over there, looks at the suitcase, and then reaches up and grabs what is clearly not the bag of a gentleman. It is like a typical military bag from that rough time a few years back. And he opens it up, opens the drawstring, and pulls out a rifle. And is holding that. And says, "Now, you were saying, Miss Pearl, safety first, right?"
Oh, always, especially in my line of work. Yeah. I'm gonna check my belongings too. They're more personal. I don't have a lot.
All of your stuff is not touched at all.
June, check your stuff, because I keep hearing an emphasis on your, so you check.
Yeah, June has very minimal baggage. So just the one small bag.
Physical or mental?
Emotional?
Either way.
Emotional baggage is another deal, but
I cannot help you with your emotional baggage. That is not my department.
What do you mean? This is role-playing. That's exactly what you're doing.
That's all we do.
There is that. No, you can definitely see that none of your personal belongings have been touched. None of your things have been there. With your hard success in your examination, Mrs. Banks, you will, however, notice that the mailbag and the strongbox are both gone.
The stagecoach company?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I believe they made off with the mailbag and the strongbox from the stagecoach company.
Criminals.
She kind of gives a look at Ezekiel like, man, you're hoping to get that strongbox too.
Weird. Why would anyone take that?
Outright thievery.
Miss, can you
I am
hold this?
aghast.
Miss, can you hold this? And he hands his rifle to Robin.
Oh, of course, sure.
And he plunges his hand
I'd be
back
more
into
than
his
happy
bag.
to hold your piece.
Damn it, Lindy, I was trying so hard to get right through that. I knew what you were doing. He reaches into his bag and pulls out a holster, like a shoulder holster, and puts that on as well, which is far too many armaments for a
This
New
is
England
a good
gentleman.
look for you, Ezekiel.
For a New England
Robin,
gentleman.
Doesn't he look great?
Oh, I do think Mr. Ezekiel does look mighty fine.
Just a picture of manhood.
Well, I appreciate that,
June
ladies. I appreciate that.
June's eyes definitely narrow a bit.
Yeah, you see him cinch the bag, and you see U.S. on it, and he throws the military bag back up on top and reaches back over for his rifle.
Well, Mr. Ezekiel, did you do time in the war?
Well, we all did, ma'am, so...
So brave of you.
I'm just looking at them like
I appreciate it.
bullshit. These bullshitters. I look at you.
I appreciate it, ma'am, but, you know, it was a call to service, and... Anyway, safety first.
So noble.
And there were stagecoach robbers about. We must tell the nun and the father. They must be aware that there's some kind of...
I don't like them.
Well, that doesn't mean we shouldn't protect them.
I'm more concerned with our present company, if you know what I mean, and more concerned with just getting on. I've got the spooks. I'll tell you, we had a trip, and then we passed out, and then they moved us. And
That's
we're
true.
handsy.
It did get handsy.
Very handsy.
I mean, I'm sure it's fine.
At that point, the door to the barn opens.
No.
And a smaller, older, very old-looking brother dressed in brown robes with a white cord tie starts shuffling towards you. He doesn't seem to focus on you. He's got his broom and he's very much sweeping in front of him as he goes.
Excuse me, sir. Hello? Are you brother?
Yes, my son. How may I help?
Are you Brother Alonso or Father Diego or?
No.
Are you?
Juan Carlo. Brother Juan Carlo.
Oh, right, the other one. Yes. Did you see anyone messing about with the stagecoach by chance?
No.
Is that motherfucker lying?
You can roll the psychology on him.
No, I don't know. They're weirding me out. I think everyone's lying to me.
Interesting. It appears as though something is missing from the stagecoach. I couldn't help but notice. We were also transporting something with the stagecoach company. Strange. Have you seen Conrad? You know, I believe he went to go look for something.
Firewood.
Conrad's at service.
Was that an actual laugh that just really happened, or was that you, D?
That's the guy. No, that's the guy they said was, Maria was like, maybe you need to stay away from him.
Jesus.
What kind of service? Sext?
Service.
Right,
At the chapel.
prayers.
Prayers. Yes. Prayers. Lots of prayers. Lots and lots of prayers.
June's eyes are narrowing even more, just looking at this guy. I did roll a psychology check.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not
No
see
worries.
that come through. You can definitely tell with that success, he is not lying to you. His sanity might not all be there.
Yeah.
He's definitely older and it's a barn and it's a wood floor that he's trying to sweep.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
And he's definitely going forward, and it's almost like, for those people who have one, a rumba, and he's sweeping, and he's like coming up on Ezekiel, and he's going to sweep in his straight line, and he's very confused as to why he cannot continue in his straight line. He's not registering that there's somebody there, even if you are talking to him.
Yeah, Ezekiel stands there for a couple of seconds and like looks at him and then steps to the side and lets him continue with his path.
And he continues with his path, gets to the end, turns around, and comes back the other way.
Yeah, I look at the others. Probably wouldn't hurt to take a quick look.
Maybe
At least to get out of the way.
I just I pulled June aside. I grab her hand and I pull her aside. I'm just trying to stay away from the brother. The only thing I'm concerned about is leaving the coach and then coming back and it's, hampered with.
Okay. I mean, that's fair points.
For your information, just because you saw this when you came in, the horses are unhitched, and all of the bridles and harnesses are not visible.
Oh, okay. They're not visible. Okay. Great. Good.
Well, I can hitch up a stagecoach. It can't be much harder than hitching up a horse.
Without hitchings.
Well, it must be here somewhere.
They were gonna rob us. Why didn't they just do it when we were asleep? It's been hours.
Excellent.
No sleep. No sleep. No sleep. No one sleeps. No one sleeps.
Thank you.
Right.
All right.
That's very healthy. I keep going Irish. Thank you, Lauren.
You're welcome, Lindy. It's my favorite accent to do nowadays. Okay.
Mind the snakes. Mind the snakes. And he just walks out the door.
The snakes. Great. Fantastic. I'm gonna change into my boots now.
Uh-huh.
I just need to put some boots on from the luggage instead of her little traveling shoes.
Huh. Is there anything that we could... any lanterns in here? Anything basically, or something that we could fashion into a torch even?
There are lanterns hanging. None of them are lit.
Okay. Did anyone have a match?
I'm sure Ezekiel has one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
he-
the former military man still has his supplies.
Yeah, he pulls out a match and strikes it on his boot and hands it towards Pearl.
Oh, no, I don't want to touch that. How about you light it and then I'll hold it? I don't want to touch that. Thank you.
All right. And
She looks skittish.
he cups his hand and lights the lantern.
Okay. No, it's fine. All right. Let's go find Conrad. I'm sure he's totally fine.
Everything okay, Pearl?
I don't like it here, Ezekiel.
Okay.
Something is... I didn't like that trip we took either.
Yeah, that was a strange incense. I've never had that before.
Did you see anything? Did you have weird dreams?
Weird? No. Dreams? Yes. It's a dream I've had many a time before. From a few years back. Those kind of things stick with you a little.
Yes.
I just dreamed about back home. Which is Ireland, apparently.
I don't know how far.
Ireland.
Did you? Oh, really? Back home?
Yeah, just back home, back east.
Uh-huh. I dreamt of home too back east.
Was your dream strange or unpleasant? You asked, after all.
Yes.
Oh.
And I think maybe Robin's was too.
June, did you also have a strange dream?
I mean, I guess don't normally dream.
No, you're a very quiet sleeper.
And June's just gonna head to the doors of the barn and just kind of like peek her head out.
The only lights that you can see right now are coming from the church itself. And it is full dark by this point.
Well, I do believe it's getting a bit dark outside, so I will put this coat on. She pulls out like a... you notice, you might pick up that her boots and her like outer coat are maybe a slightest bit masculine. And then she'll put her sawed-off shotgun on the inside of the coat.
And it just fits there. So
It
damnedest
does.
thing.
So odd.
Amazing. Right. Okay. Let's go.
Yes. Did we actually? You know what, Dee? Did we see woods on the way in? I know it was torrential rains, but
You haven't seen woods for days. You are traveling through New Mexico
Yeah.
and West
It
Texas.
looks like this. Me and Lauren's back.
Well, not quite. That's more Monument National Park in Utah, but it's a little.
You know, it's very similar.
Flat.
I've driven through New Mexico. It's
Beautiful.
where would one
It
gather
looks more
wood?
like that. What's behind Lauren?
Yeah, it's like that or a mixture.
Flat.
Yeah.
There.
Where would
Very
one
flat.
gather wood out here?
Yeah. Tumbleweeds?
I guess.
Draw?
Roll me that listen check as you walk outside.
It's not
We're going to
obvious.
be very quiet, I'm sure. No.
I succeed.
You succeeded!
This married couple is like my favorite now. Thing. You, former military man that you are, you're still kind of trapped in that background of being on the lookout for the enemy and looking around and listening. And you hear a not loud, but audible scream come from the church.
Is it a masculine scream or a feminine scream?
Or is it so high pitched you can't tell?
I mean, you are going through a building. Let's say. No, roll a psychology. Let's see.
Well,
The
can tell.
wail of a soul.
Well,
I got a
shit.
hard success on that as well. Could
Oh,
I?
hard success. Both of you roll that. I'm sorry. Apparently that's roll 20 isn't
Nope.
liking me.
Nope. No idea.
No
Nope.
idea.
Um,
But it's a scream.
it is
Yeah.
a scream. You can hear it. It kind of breaks the night. It's the shockingly, it's really the only thing you hear. There aren't
interesting.
any noises coming from the desert. The rain has stopped. There's nothing else.
Interesting. Yeah, I think Zeke just swivels with the rifle and points back towards the church. Did anyone else hear that?
Yep.
Hear what?
Scream. Someone
I heard
screamed.
it sound. I thought maybe it was them, like bad hymns.
Miss Robin is trying to sneak very, very well across the open churchyard in the dark.
Yes. I
I'd
just
like to
quiet my
sneak with her.
footsteps and kind of cling to some more shadows more.
Yeah. I look at Ezekiel and it's like I think we kind of mirror having our guns out. Great. Love.
I'll take point.
Yelling.
I'll take point. And he steps forward and begins to walk casually with his rifle out.
I want to be in the middle.
Okay,
That's where all the traps happen.
so
No, it's not.
it's where all it's not where all the traps happen.
Like a fourth of them.
Exactly, like a fourth of them. Equal opportunity trapping people. You got to make sure you spread it out. So you are approaching the church
Yes.
stealthily.
Yes.
Well, Robin stealthily. Is anyone else stealthing this or
Nope.
nope?
No, I don't think Zeke is. He knows where his strong suits are.
Zeke is not even trying to be stealthy. He's
I've
just
got the
marching
lantern
forward.
too.
Yeah,
Marching
that's probably
forward.
why you failed. You know?
Yeah, probably.
Lauren's got the lantern. It's preventing her ability. Miss Pearl Goodnight is shining bright in the middle of this darkness, a pinprick in the vast openness of black.
As always, right?
As always, it shines out from within her. It's just radiating out from within her.
Yeah. Drew taking advantage of Zeke not even trying to be stealthy.
Yep. So she's going to stealth behind him, use him as the blunt weapon that approaches the door, and sneaks up behind them and stabs them. It's okay. I appreciate this. It all works. You all hear the second scream. It is definitely masculine, to your knowledge, now that you're closer to the building. And did anyone else do anything during the war? Was anyone else connected to the war at all?
No, well, I mean, I spent a lot of time around dead people, just generally speaking, but not the war.
Okay, not the war. The dead, while useful, is not the point here. Then Zeke will recognize this as the scream of a man trying not to scream.
Oh.
That very much something is making this person who believes that they are strong enough to control themselves lose control.
Interesting. Yeah, I think he leans over. Is June, like, next to him?
Yeah, just like a step behind, basically.
Yeah. He, like, leans over his shoulder and he says, whatever that is, it's not alone.
Great. Awesome. Well, guess we should go say hello.
We're headed towards, like, the side room, right? I assume, from, like, the barn? Or are we headed right towards the main, like, double door?
Well, there is only really one entrance to the church.
Well,
Is there a window?
That door at the top, right there.
Oh boy.
oh, I only see tiny spots.
Yeah. I see little legs.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I know you did.
Okay.
I know you
Are there windows at all? Even small ones?
do.
Even stained ones?
There you go. That's what you see. And then you see other bright lights and spots of light. And you see over here him, I believe. That's how that works.
I don't trust it.
There are windows, but they're church windows, so they're carved up on what would have been the second story if it was open. Stained glass, and that they are very small to kind of let light in. What are they called?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Not the transom windows, but you know what I mean?
Yes.
Transoms are above the door.
Yeah, they're above the door. These are the small, like,
Cool.
Romanesque churches along the side, above the flying buttresses, letting light in over the flying buttresses.
Yeah.
I can describe it. Can't say what it's called right now.
I know what you mean. Okay, so we can't really... Can I peek through the keyhole?
I mean, the door is open.
Oh, okay, gotcha. No, I don't like it. I like it less than I liked it before.
I'm muted.
Yeah.
We see a man, right?
Yeah.
You see the man, and you see his back is towards you, is framed in the torchlight at the altar, and there is something on the altar.
What is it? What is it? Tell us.
I think I know.
Is it a person or is it something else? Tell us. Is it the soundtrack from the new Call of Cthulhu game?
He kind of looks around and like,
Maybe.
Are we just going in here?
I really don't like churches. Members of the church.
Yeah, this is suspicious, and Zeke doesn't do suspicious. He just is suspicious. But he takes a step forward, like, into the door of the church. And
you do it.
And levels his rifle, and in a very, very different tone, he says, "Whatever you're doing, turn around."
Like right about there?
Yeah. Right over there. Like right in like a here area.
Okay.
Yeah, and he shouts out at that guy, "Stop whatever you're doing. Well, whatever you're doing, turn around."
Okay. Hold on, I got playing with things. So like, go right about there.
Yes.
Right there you are.
Perfect.
There you are, Ezekiel. And as you shout this out, You see the figure at the altar totally ignore you. But two figures you didn't see.
Oh.
There it is.
Both light up their torches. You see Sister Maria Constanza standing here.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it not pinging? But it's there. You see her, right?
Yep. Yep.
And you see further on another brother, younger, more fit, very focused on what's ever going on the altar. And he turns back to you and says, "Shh! The Father is in prayer. He is communing with God, and we must pray for him. Join the communion, brother."
Ezekiel shouts back, "I don't know anything about all that, but I don't like what's happening here, so I need you to both step back." And he points his rifle at the nun and the other
one?
brother here.
'Cause
He
they're
points
not
it. He points it at the nun because the nun's the closest one.
He's going to point it at the nun.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to intimidate them.
You're going to try to intimidate them. Go ahead and use your crit failure on that one.
Oh, you son of a bitch! Only time I put intimidate points in.
You never. I swear to God, you never use it.
No, I would never use it.
But it's okay. Are you looking at her?
Yeah.
I need you to roll a sanity check.
Oh no!
Perfect.
No, what's wrong with Sister Maria Constanza? Besides that, she's a fucking liar.
Oh, why did that not work? Why did
Never
that not
trust
work?
nuns, Mike.
What doesn't work? Oh wait, hold on. That's why. Hold on. I fixed it. I'm super
Hey,
successful.
Mike.
Oh, that's good.
Why?
I'm sure it's great.
Why is it
What's
good?
wrong with her face, Deirdre? What's wrong with her?
Oh, you only take 1 point of sanity loss.
Perfect.
Oh, my husband's gonna die from insanity.
As you see a writhing mass of maggots and worms and things just crawling kind of together in this oozing shape that seems to be a person. And she turns to you and says, "The weapon isn't necessary. Hand it over."
I shoot her in the face. There's no way you have giant worm face and you don't get shot. You know.
Well, she's gonna roll that dodge roll, and oh wait, she's just gonna roll it.
No way. She's getting. I think I have a crit. Get right from Ozzy. Ozzy's giving me a crit. Yeah, no way. She's getting shot. She's got a worm face.
She's
All right, she's getting shot. Go ahead and roll that.
Yeah. I think it does damage automatically, so I'm just gonna roll 7 damage.
7 damage. She does not like that, and she's going to scream, "We have unbelievers among us, Father.
Oh.
You might want to help me." And she's going, I would need you all to roll that wonderful, wonderful thing.
Wait.
No. Initiative.
Wait, no.
Okay.
Dex, roll the dex. Roll the dex.
Dex.
Hard success.
God.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it matters. We're looking at numbers, right?
Yeah, we're looking at numbers.
I never remember.
I have so many things to roll. I'm sorry. And switching things around is a problem. All right. Okay. So, oh, that's nice. Okay. It is super nice. Okay. So, I believe based on this, Father Diego is going to go first.
So great.
Isn't it? I think he's just.
Okay.
Father Diego is going to turn from this focus on this ritual that he is apparently, I guess, maybe mostly completed that you can see. And he's going to start focusing on what he's doing and fixing things around. he's going to turn back towards Ezekiel, standing very calmly, and he's going to turn and throw out his hand, looking you dead in the eyes, focusing on you, Ezekiel, as you're the only person that he can see. And I need you to roll a powers check.
Oh, no.
Oh no, and you have such low sanity.
My power was 35 to start.
Why?
He's not very sane.
He's not.
This businessman, he has a different kind of business.
Well, there is that. I'm sorry, Ezekiel.
Are you?
What'd you
Now entirely, utterly focused on this priest, and everything he says is the truth, and anything he tells you to do, you'll do.
Shit.
To the best of your ability for the next 4 rounds.
All right.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Brother, join us. The weapon isn't necessary. You should maybe put it down.
He puts it down and leans it nicely against the wall.
Why didn't we go to the graveyard?
Yeah, he stops. He takes a few steps over, puts it down, leans it on the wall,
Oh yeah, there was fresh
and then walks forward into the church.
Who needs to solve a mystery? It's Pulp. Fucking do it.
You know?
Isn't that what you do in
can
Pulp
only-
Cthulhu? You just shoot
Who's
stuff,
up
right?
next? Who's up next?
Who's up next? I believe, according to this, it's Ezekiel.
Yep.
That was his action. He puts the rifle down, leans it against the wall in the doorway, and begins to walk forward.
And then it is June.
Oh, June is stepping out from the shadows and taking her rifle and aiming it straight at Father Diego and taking a shot. I'm gonna use my crit on this.
Go ahead.
Okay, let's fucking do this. So that's double. I don't know how you do crits, but
Double damage is easy.
yeah. So
Unfortunately,
if that's the case,
as
then
you-
the nun took 14 damage.
yeah. Unfortunately, as you see this fire shoot dead on, and you're convinced it will hit him straight between the eyes and shatter his brain across the back of the building, something that you've done multiple times before. You see this glowing, glimmering shield of bright green, kind of sparking energy appear in front of him, and you see the bullet hit that energy, and you just see him smirk just slightly, gesture with his hand, and the bullet fall to the ground.
That looks familiar.
Next up, I do believe it is Sister Maria's turn.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is Sister Maria's turn, as she is going to merely walk up to June, who has been slightly a problem at the moment. And she's just going to try... She's going to do 2 things. One, she's going to try and grab you, but she's also going to stare into your face. So I need you to roll that sanity check and that dodge.
Yeah. Now it's and dodge. Hold on.
Well, she's going to fail in her attempt to grab you.
Cool.
And you're going to fail that sanity check staring into the void of squirming, glowing, whirling maggots and worms and mud and muck and just awfulness that should not be moving. This should not move at all, but it is. And you're going to take 5 sanity damage, 5 sanity loss.
Great. Love it.
As you are just horrified on a visceral reaction at seeing this thing that's still dressed in this pristine white habit of a nun, just oozing maggots and worms, and you have this overwhelming desire to hurl wretchedly. But you are still she manages just to duck out. You manage just to duck out of the way and avoid her grasp upon you. Then I believe it is Miss Pearl Goodnight.
Can I see what's in the altar behind Father Diego?
Well, let's change up the music a little bit and try to see if you can.
Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it then. I assume he's standing in front of it. So,
Yep, you can see that there's an altar. You can see, I mean, it's in the dark. You're not quite sure.
Yeah.
There's something there.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is peeking around from the outside of the church and seeing this woman in a habit like lunge at June. I'm going to
Defend your lover?
Yep. I'm gonna curl my fist, my hand into a fist, and start to. If anybody was looking at her, which I don't know if anybody but Robin can see her right now, she starts to shake, and so does the ground around her. And then she turns her hand and pushes it, and she's going to push Sister Constanza back into the wall away from June.
Is that a contested powers check?
It's telekinesis and a throw for me. That's
okay. So it's a throw, just a straight throw for you. Okay.
Both. So I'm going to, and as many people as it would take to actually move her is how many magic points it costs.
Okay. I mean, she looks like a standard size 5'0" woman.
Okay.
I would assume just one. Well, I'm assuming that Pearl has thrown people outside of her.
I'll use a point of luck on a throw.
Okay, you succeed. She gets knocked back, not quite as far as you were expecting. It kind of falls and kind of jolts her over one of the pews, and she kind of falls into that out of control. But she's pushed away from June, and June can now react in a more normal way. She's no longer constrained by this writhing mass. Are you looking at her?
I saw a habit, but I assume as I pushed her back I see her.
So you need to roll that sanity check.
Fail.
I'm sorry about that. As you take 3 points of sanity loss. Apparently you are so focused on getting rid of it, you don't care. It's a bug. Oh my god, get rid of the bug. Go away.
Sure.
Throw it across the room. Go. And you will notice that you can see Brother Alonzo. He is there, but he's not doing anything. He's merely staring entranced at whatever is going on the altar. And I believe that brings us to Miss Robin.
Yeah. So how many feet away is this preacher man?
I believe from Ezekiel.
Yeah, just from
He's
me.
about 70 feet.
About 70 feet. All right.
You haven't come in. He's 70 feet from Ezekiel, and you haven't really come in the door.
That's a bit far. In that case, then I'm gonna, pull out my shotgun, get right close to the closest enemy I can see.
That would probably be the sister.
All right. How far away is she? Can I get within, 10 yards?
10 yards? Yeah. She's within 30 feet of Ezekiel.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my sawed-off 12 gauge, point it at her, and fire. Do we all have crits?
I think you all do.
Yeah, you should have won.
I have one advantage left, so I'm gonna use that for my first shot.
Mm-hmm. You will notice, because you are, well, never mind. You're going to have to roll that sanity
check. Yeah. Okay. So
you'll also notice something else too. You've wid on that firearms.
Okay, so that's the first shot, and that's gonna be 4d6 points of damage. That's gonna be 14.
And as you, because you're much more focused and you can actually, see this, you see that as these bullets strike, this shot strikes her, you're expecting, you've seen your husband shoot somebody before with that gun. You're used to the amount of damage that a 45 rifle can do. And you are shockingly surprised at how little she was bleeding from that damage. And you see these individual shots go off, and you do see that it hits her. But it's almost like the worms writhe and separate, and the individual bullets just kind of go through, and they just kind of begin to coalesce back together.
Does it look like it's doing any damage at all?
It does do damage, but nowhere near what you're expecting.
All right, well, then I'll use my because we all got crits, so I'll use my first crit on the second shot, and that's going to be 8d6 points of damage.
Okay. Boom! And you failed that sanity check.
I did.
You see definite damage going across.
Good.
But it's she is still standing, and she is very much nowhere near as hurt as what you were expecting.
I'm just that's probably why I failed the sanity check, because I'm just like, no one survives 2 shots from Betsy.
She I mean, there's definite gaps, but she's definitely still standing. And you're going to take 8 sanity loss as you are entranced and focused on
yeah, that's my turn. That's all I got. Shots. And then I'll kind of step back over.
Then step back out.
Yeah. Because I want to keep an eye on behind us because of that other, what's his face? Brother Giancarlo?
Giancarlo, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep an eye out behind us still. So come out, pow, pow, and whoop, go back.
All right. It is now Father Diego's turn. My dear friend, I think your compatriots are confused. Maybe you should explain to them why you should join the communion.
Do I know why? Is that something I know? Do I have an intrinsic knowledge of why we should join the communion?
I mean, he hasn't necessarily told you, but you are supposed to follow his directions.
Sure. Okay.
Bullshit.
So why would you join this communion?
So on Ezekiel's turn, he kind of turns to everyone and raises his hand and says, everyone, everything's going to be okay. I've spoken with the good father. He offers us safety in a time of trouble and tribulation. Please, come sit. And he motions towards one of the pews.
I'm gonna psychically bitch slap him in a second.
This will be entertaining. And the father then, after he has conveyed his instruction to you, merely turns around, and you can see, literally everyone can see this as he's kind of flashing it in the light, a giant knife already dripping, and he goes to plunge it into the arm, to the center of the altar, whatever's there.
But he hasn't yet? It's unclear?
He's not worrying about you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's ritually intoning something as he goes to do so, and it's slowing him down in his actions.
Okay, it's not my turn yet. Okay.
Yeah, but no, it is, Sister Maria's turn, I believe.
It's June's turn.
June's turn, sorry, June. And then Sister Maria, sorry.
All right. Sister Maria has been knocked to one of the walls, and June has managed
With
to
a shotgun.
stifle down the, vomit. And Juan Carlos still kind of there, right?
He's just kind of standing there entranced with whatever is occurring on the altar.
Okay, how far away is Father Diego from me?
You came into the room?
Yeah.
And let's make my life easy. Let's do this. You came in here to try and shoot her, correct?
Yeah.
Well, she came up to you, so you are about here, and let's say that the Father Diego is about 45 feet from you.
Okay.
So that's 9 yards.
Oh, cool. I get to be right up
Wait,
there.
no, that's not 9 yards. 27 feet is 9 yards. 45 feet is double
50
that.
yards.
50 yards, yeah.
Right, I'm just gonna start kind of closing the distance, rifle raised again, and I'm gonna try to aim for the hand that's being raised.
Mm-hmm.
Hard success, 16 points.
You see this time the lightning flare and shock around him. It's not as strong. It's definitely still there, but it's not as strong. And he just kind of goes, "You're becoming a problem.
Oh, good.
Stop."
Y'all just give us the reins and some saddlebags, the stuff to hitch up that wagon. We will get right out of your hair.
Mm-hmm. And now it is Sister Maria's turn. And she is just going to come up right up on June, recovering slowly from being pushed into this, figure you're about here, and she's going to come up behind you like that, and she's going to try and grab you again. As she does... Here. Button. And she's not going to be able to grab you. It seems that this slowed and damaged creature is still trying to grasp at you, and you just managed to step aside and focus on your target, which is Father Diego. I believe that brings us back to Madam Goodnight.
Yep. As Junie slowed down whatever was going on up front while I'm already in nicknames, I'm going to pull the knife out of his hands.
Okay. So...
I think,
with telekinesis, is that...
yeah. Telekinesis, I don't know how pulling something works, but
I would assume that it's like trying to pull it out of someone's hand if they're trying to
right.
Mm-hmm. So in this case, let's just make it an opposed powers check.
Okay, I'll crit it. I got 3. I gotta use them.
Okay, you're gonna crit.
Mm-hmm.
You manage to pull this knife firmly out of his grasp. Where are you flinging it?
To me.
To you. All right. So you pull that knife out of his grasp, and it goes flinging across this narrow church, tumbling end over end towards you as you grab for it. Just for reasons, roll me that luck roll.
Okay. I'll use an
Out of that
advantage.
knife, are you going to catch?
I'm gonna catch the good side. I'm gonna use my advantage. Yeah, advantage.
You manage to grasp the handle, and you see that this knife is rather large. Indeed, calling it a knife is maybe a disservice. It's more like a short sword with an angled blade, and you see a very large head of a snake coming out of the handle. That was mine!
I'm gonna back up by Robin.
I believe it is Robin's turn.
Yeah, it takes a full turn to reload that shotgun, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I got 6 shots in my pistol. or I could reload that shotgun.
Choice is yours.
Let's see. Let me take a little look-see here at my range of things. Whew. So I'm pretty happy being not in the middle of the room. Okay. I'm gonna come in. I guess that's me. I don't know. How far away can I get from Sister Maria? Just 30 feet. That's 10 yards. Okay. Yeah, I'll get right up next to Pearl. Maybe not right next to Pearl because she's got a snake dagger and just, I'm like, ugh. Then I will shoot with my pistol at Sister Maria.
Okay.
Okay. Do. I can roll that. Extreme.
An extreme success and a fail. So roll that damage.
Oh! Yes. I'll take it.
You see this bullet go straight through her head.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you're looking at her to do this, so you need to roll that sanity.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay.
To see how you're doing.
Yeah. At least I did max damage. I feel much better than rolling a 1.
And she rolled 9 on that sanity check. As you see, and that probably makes sense, as you kind of become very, very confused as you see this bullet, this 45 that you are used to, puncture dead center in the middle of her forehead, and you just see it kind of go through, and instead of the spray of brain matter that you are maybe used to seeing out of a 45 that's done damage on a right up close and personal on somebody, you see the worms and maggots and ooze begin to coalesce right over where that hole used to be.
Oh, gross. And
but she is damaged, and she's
I don't like this at all.
kind of starts coughing and vomiting, and you see maggots and cockroaches and other things, creepy crawly things, begin to coalesce onto the floor, just kind of dead bugs.
Now.
Great. And I'll just give Ezekiel the look like, this is a terrible plan. What are you doing? Because she doesn't know. He's been mind controlled. Like, do you not see what's going on here? She gives him the wife look.
For the record, does the wife look shake me out of this? That's been known to do so many things.
I will say for the wife look, roll a powers check.
Okay.
I will even give you advantage on this for the wife total domination.
For her or for me?
No. For her.
Okay.
Because wife domination should roll over every other form of domination.
Yeah. Wife
Alright.
defeats Cthulhu every time.
Hard success.
Hard success. As you look over at your dearly beloved husband,
Yes.
who you have been through thick and
So
thin
much.
with, and you are like, excuse me, only I can tell him what to do.
Yeah.
No one else can do so.
I've been like shotgun, pistol, and I'm like, do you not see what's going on here?
Do you not see me trying to do everything? I'm sorry, this is
We
not
are
my
a
time.
team.
The thin veil of we're not married. Damn it, honey! Oh shit, you're right. Where's my rifle?
Ezekiel James.
I'll take the trash out. Oh, wrong settings.
Right there. It's right behind you. I'm metal.
All of it. And you turn, and that will shatter the domination. However, unfortunately for you, sir, you are going to take only one point of sanity loss as you deal with the fact that this being has entirely alien-oriented being had conquered your brain and was changing the very core of the way you were thinking.
Yep, now I have a honey-do list and I'm back to normal. It's fine.
It's all fine. It's all great. I believe that leads us to the top of the round? Top of the round, right? And you see Father Diego is extremely frustrated and extremely upset that you've taken his knife. He needs that knife. That knife is vital to what he's doing. So he's going
Is it?
Oh, extremely.
Oh, is it?
It is extremely so. And he's going to come right up.
No! Don't do that.
Well, I mean, June's standing in the middle.
I'm right there.
In the middle of the
Hurt my
aisle.
June.
And he's like, well, I can't. He's focused on you, but he's going to get up close and personal with with June first.
No!
And June, I need you to roll a dodge.
Okay. I'm gonna take advantage on that.
You may take an advantage on that.
That's
Ooh,
still
success. That's really good.
I'm gonna use 1 point of luck to make that a hard success.
Smart.
Even better. He goes to reach for you, and you dodge out of the way, and you see now, looking into his face, that whatever he was attempting to be, he is not human. And you just see these giant fangs begin to descend out from his mouth as this reptilian head turns towards you. You see this green spattering of scales and this almost flare of like a cobra's head come out from around his head, hood out from around his head. I need you to roll a sanity check.
Oh, my baby, no.
All right. I'm gonna use it. No, let's just roll it. Let's just see.
Oh my god.
No.
Kiana!
You know, this giant snake person that is.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use 10 points of luck on
You're
this.
gonna use 10 points of luck to succeed?
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Okay. You're only going to take 5 sanity loss.
Good.
As this giant snake begins to extend its teeth and you see the venom dripping from its mouth. Very, very still focused on getting to Miss Goodnight and getting his knife back for his whatever he needs. Ezekiel, you are no longer dominated.
Yeah.
But you are still
Well,
now
you're
really.
still dominated. Just
You're
Well,
still
just-
dominated.
Hit the normal kind of dominated, which is totally fine by Ezekiel. He snaps out of it, looks over to Robin and says, I'm sorry, I don't want the best of me, and reaches in to pull out his shoulder holster, his revolver, and points it right in the face of this nun, and is going to fire with his revolver. And you know what? I'm going to use the other crit we got from Steven, because fuck this nun. So she's going to take 14 more damage to the face as he points the revolver at point blank range and shoots her in her maggoty, gross face.
It will hit her. It will hit her very well, and she's just going to see that what were these maggots and worms, and now you see a couple cockroaches too. You see them start to dissolve and fall and just kind of collapse in the heat onto the ground and melt into it. And you see this spreading of ooze and mud across the variety of the floor and the pews and everything. And all that's left is just kind of this maggoty, brown, stained habit of a nun.
Yuck.
And I need you to roll a dex roll.
Okay. I'm okay with those. Yes.
Good. The flying palmetto bug that comes out out of the habit just narrowly avoids flying right into your face.
Gross. Okay.
Yes, they are. They
Yeah.
are a horror and natural. But
Yeah.
I do need you to roll that last sanity check for me.
Is that for seeing a dead body?
No, that's for seeing her dead body.
Oh, okay.
She's not a normal body.
Got it.
No.
I was like, because I have hardened, which I'm immune to dead body
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, she is gross.
A bunch of other dead bodies you'd be fine. But
yeah. But not this
Not
thing.
these.
not
dead
this thing.
bodies.
I fail.
I saw you rolling that.
Yeah,
recovery.
that was my recovery dice for sanity. So I'm back up at full.
And now you've lost 11.
Yeah, boy.
Wait,
Hoo doggy.
Yeah.
24
you are
sanity.
just
we're gonna have
shocked and revolted and struggling to deal with. Bodies don't do this. You've seen bodies. You were on the battlefield. You've seen the horrors of what man can do to man. This ain't natural. This is nothing natural about this. You know what? For shits and giggles, roll that con check. See if you manage to not vomit.
I'm super. I'm.
Oh, he's so fine.
He is so fine with that. You are great.
Yeah.
You managed to just kind of good.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm good, but no, I'm not good.
I
Oh,
open up
God,
some of the
that's
pepper juice, eat that, put it back down.
All right, so she's dead. It is June's turn.
Oh, this motherfucker's right up in my face, and I still have a rifle.
Yes, he is.
And so as soon as I dodge by kind of shoving him off, I take the rifle and I'm just aiming right in his stupid snake mouth.
Go ahead and do so.
I'm using my last crit on that.
Okay.
Cause fuck this guy.
Yeah.
24 points of damage.
Ooh, and you see as this crackling or green lightning coalesces around the bullet that you've just fired in his face, and you just see it shatter in a million pieces as the bullet falls to the ground. But for those paying attention at home, you did shatter his shield.
I did. I also do have fast load, so I can load my gun right after that with no penalty.
Yep. Yes, you can. You're good. But I don't think you can fire it, right? Nope.
I basically I can
one load and reload, fire and load, but not the extra shot. Yeah. Excuse me. Just double checking. All right, and then I believe it is Miss Pearl Goodnight.
Yeah.
You have a giant snake person who's very, very focused on getting his knife back.
It's my knife now.
And I need you to roll that sanity check looking at him. Oh, also, Kiana kind of does too.
Oh, okay. I was like, I have crits, but I want to be insane, I guess.
I want to be.
Apparently, everybody wants to be insane. You know, the snakes are just coming for you, the hooded cobras. You're going to lose 8 sanity. I was
okay.
for both of you. That seems fair.
Yeah.
For
Cool,
seeing
got it.
him as you're just looking at this giant person who looked like a very kindly priest slowly turning into a walking, talking nightmare with fangs and hoods and dripping venom and losing any and all facial distinction, including noses and cheekbones and all those things.
Cool. June's right there. Okay. I have a good throw. I'm going to... I mean, it's... Okay. I'm going to kind of go, I guess, right here to get a better view, because I'm definitely not getting closer. I'm going, and because I've lost, that was a hefty sanity lost, I'm going to think this is a good idea. The only other thing I have in my hand is a lantern. So I'm going to lob it over June into the snake's face.
She's standing right next. Okay.
That's why I moved to the side, and that's because I've just like lost my fucking sanity. I'm like, snakes hate fire.
Okay.
And I'm gonna.
June, I'm gonna need you to make that dex roll to avoid the oil lamp splatter on you.
Goodbye.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
You're good. You're good.
Okay. Let's. So I have to do telekinesis and throw, but let's just. I have 2 because I got 1 from Allie. So crit.
Crit.
Get fucked.
Telekinesis and throw. All right, let's go ahead and throw. Roll me 3d6.
Cool. 14.
14. Let's see if he can get out of the way
Do you
of
have
this
a
incoming fireball.
disadvantage left? Don't you? Let me go back up.
You want to use that disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay, he will roll with disadvantage. For that dodge. I mean... Oh wait, wrong one, sorry.
Yes.
Oh,
He fumbles even. He fumbles.
slips
As
into
this-
more oil.
As he steps backwards and this giant thing of oil and in flame engulfs him. He falls and trips backwards into the pews and falls into the pews, and now the pew is on fire and starting to spread to the church.
Burn it down.
Yep. He is definitely didn't like that, and we said 3d14. You see him begin to scream this unearthly hissing scream that sounds like a cross between a human and a fast leaking gas out of a puncture. It's just high pitched and painful, and he goes, "They will come for you," as he collapses onto the ground. And you see as he collapses, Brother Juan Carlo.
Oh, hey.
Oh, the guy I was looking out for behind us?
Yeah, collapsed to the ground.
Oh. Oh. No.
That sudden total change in the song. It's got very sad all of a sudden.
Yeah, I know that, you know, the father's very on fire. Juna taking one last shot to double make sure he's dead. Because you gotta mark, you gotta make sure they're down.
Yep, it's burning. It's dead. Whatever it was is definitely dead. The church is on fire. Brother Juan Carlo is passed out. What would you like to do?
What's on the altar?
Are you gonna get close enough to see?
Yeah, I'm at least gonna like stand on the side of the church that's not burning on a pew and like get at that height, take a peek. That'll be real bad.
Roll that spot hidden, because if you're just standing on the pew and not.
No, I don't see it.
No, I'll give you this. You definitely see a body. You definitely see that it's male. You can't quite tell who it was.
I'm gonna assume it's our coach driver. That's a pretty safe assumption.
Yeah.
Does it look like the body's strapped to the altar, or is it just laying there?
With that, you can't see.
Okay, honey.
Yes,
That
dear?
pretense is gone. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'll for damn sure say.
We need to find some reins. We're taking this carriage and we're all a-leaving.
I mean, there's 2 horses and 2 of us, and that's really all I got to give a goddamn
I was
about.
gonna say we hitch the carriage real quick before it all burns down, but I mean...
Why don't you two take a horse and we'll take a horse?
We can do that.
Yeah.
There are 6 horses to pull a stagecoach.
Oh,
Oh.
there's plenty of horses for everybody.
Perfect.
I'm gonna still ride with June.
It's a heavy thing to pull. 2
Gotcha.
horses ain't gonna be pulling that.
Yeah. I'm gonna ride with June because I'm a city girl.
I'll take a horse, and my deer can take a horse, and I'm gonna find some reins somewhere. We're gonna tear that barn up.
Well, the only thing that's
Hello.
on fire right now is the church, not the barn.
Hell,
Yeah.
I'll hold the hair on the back of the horse at this point. I'm just riding this thing out of here.
Are you leaving the baggage?
No, that's why I want the reins.
Oh,
Or at
that's
least some
true.
Saddlebags. We can't leave that.
It's true.
Can't leave
we
our
do,
luggage behind.
We
dear.
do have very important luggage to carry.
It's very important
Yeah.
that it makes it to New Mexico.
Yeah, that's fair. I will join Robin in looking for reins or a saddle or some kind of tack.
Saddlebag, something. Yeah.
Yeah.
You managed to find the reins and harness that would go with the coach. Actually, hanging in the infirmary.
Oh, odd. Okay, so we can hook up the coach. Okay, we'll just
If you
hook up
can
the
do it.
coach then.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right.
Who's going to be driving it?
I will be driving it because I can operate heavy machinery. Which I would assume, because I'm assuming that's not a ride check. It's very different driving a horse
No,
versus steering a
it's
coach.
very Then steering the coach is definitely a heavy machine object. You need to know how the brakes work
Yep.
And
I was the getaway driver.
Yeah.
obviously, I mean, this married couple has done some very interesting business. Hey, June, can you roll me an intelligence check? You definitely recognize that, seeing them in that firelight, seeing them with those weapons, you definitely recognize them from some things that you may have seen in various.
Yeah. I wonder if it was all those wanted posters at the bounty office.
You know,
I like get
That nurse off you.
It's the damnedest thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah, she probably kind of like just kind of like leans on her gun a bit, like.
All right, y'all two, if you want to ride in the stagecoach, I'll be driving. And we are leaving.
Are we?
I mean, unless you want to stay here in the burning church with a bunch of snakes, I highly.
No.
You know what? I'm sorry. Let me apologize for my wife. We're leaving. You can come or die in a fire. I
like
don't
the
care.
farmer. I like the farmer.
Perfect. Get in.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
And he like swings the door open and then joins her on the front of the carriage.
Mm-hmm.
I like him like this, Robin.
I like him this way too.
And June will help Pearl in, and she just kind of sits right at the edge where like the door is, and just keeps an eye out.
the only thing you see is a hunched old figure sweeping in the graveyard.
Where did that guy come from?
Can we ride by?
A drive-by?
Yeah.
Pow, pow, pow.
No.
Go.
Ride.
Oh, right. Very different things.
Yeah.
Want to see what we could have learned before we walked into the snake pit.
We can drive by the graveyard. I'm sure that won't be too difficult.
Great. Let's go.
Yeah, it's really not. It's like across the churchyard.
Perfect.
You're not pulling the coach into the graveyard. It is kind of gated off.
Yeah, but I can
fit.
like next to it, like kind of skirt next to it.
We'll pop our heads out.
Yeah.
Okay, well, go ahead and roll that spot hidden then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Robin's definitely curious too, because she noticed the graveyard first.
Success.
Nope. Focus on getting the fuck out of here.
Extreme.
The best part is I rolled a 99 to your 11.
Perfect.
We're perfect together.
You're perfect. It's the perfect married couple.
It's so funny.
With that success, you definitely see the fresh graves that have recently been filled in. You see a large number of older graves.
Mm-hmm.
You see a number of gravestones. With that extreme success, Lindy, as you're on top of the coach and not riding on the inside, you definitely notice that the graves aren't marked with crosses like you'd expect in a Catholic church. You see a large number of markings, and you see a large number of you think they're words, but they're definitely marked in any language that you understand. Weird. You also see, right inside the graveyard, a large nest of rattlers.
Dear, do you have any alcohol on you? I'll think about making a quick Molotov.
Yeah, he says, yeah, I always have a spot. And he pulls out a flask. It's as close as he has.
I saw Pearl has a good throwing arm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna could you make a quick Molotov and hand it down, Pearl? There's a rattler snake nest right over there.
I see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just throw a little fire on that.
Yeah, I'll throw it.
Ezekiel strikes a match on his boot again and leans down to the door.
Since they're on top, they can't see what I actually do, but I look back at June and I wink, and the bottle starts floating on its own and fires through.
You hit those rattlers right up, and they go, it's dry. There's only dust, desert plants here. It will light up, and you see what should have been just a small nest of rattlers begin to spread across the entire graveyard, and it just The church is on fire. The graveyard's on fire. It's a lot brighter now. It's still dark. It's still nighttime. But you can see the trail leading out into the desert in front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna steer that direction.
Yeah, and Pearl kind of sits back down into the coach. I kick my feet back up again. You're full of surprises.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet, sweetheart. And why not? She pulls her by the lapels and gives her a big old kiss.
I support this.
The end.
That is where we will leave this.
Riding off into the sunrise, away from the burning fire.
Raiding away from the.
Oh, and as they kiss
fire.
inside the carriage, Ezekiel and Robin will just be like they'll smooch.
the driving sideways.
Yeah.
I figure you're used to it.
Yeah.
But that's where we will leave it for today with our wonderful band of investigators who've survived.
Hell yeah. That was
For
dope.
the most part.
That was dope. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around. We've crushed our goal. I've upped it to a second goal. We're at like 350 out of 500 for the new goal. That's super awesome. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for this awesome stream. Hell of a way to kick off the morning. That was shenanigans, and I loved it. So let's go around, do our introductions, and get your thoughts on what just happened. So Dee, who are you? Where can we find you? And what were your thoughts on this one shot?
So thank you all for supporting me in this. This is the first time I've run a Pulp Cthulhu game on stream. I've played a bunch of them and I run a couple for my friends, but this is the first time I've done it on stream. And I was just struck by, what if if we ran Stagecoach, but then instead of coming across bandits, you came across, serpent people in the desert.
Just casual serpent people.
Just casual serpent people.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of fun. I hope everyone else did too.
Awesome.
I want to thank everybody for playing. This was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
And as for me, you can find me hanging out in the Twitch chat at Praxagora Thesmophoria. And on Wednesdays, you can see me trying to survive whatever Scrat will throw at me in the midweek modules. And on Sundays, usually, but not this week, I'm over on Soul Bear RPG playing what basically is a West Marches kind of D&D campaign.
Nice.
Yeah, we haven't died yet, but Simon, Simon, that wandering DM, we love him. He makes good choices. He touched the amulet and then failed the wisdom check.
That sounds about right.
It can only be bad.
And I'm not going to be there this week to save him, so we'll see what happens.
Perfect. So kicking off our veteran crew of Pulp Cthulhuites, Lauren, who are you? Where can we find you? And what did you think of this one shot?
I love this. This was awesome. So much fun, as it always is over here. Hey everybody, I'm Lauren. I'm That Salty Ginger over on Twitter. Please, you can find me around the internet tonight on the Greyhawk channel at some time. I think after this charity stream wraps, we have our penultimate episode of The Birthright of the Pomage set in Greyhawk with Little Red Dot as our DM. It's super fun. Play a very violent halfling. And then, of course, on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern, it's Project Athena, Pulp Cthulhu. I love this game in the whole world. We just had our 1-year anniversary last week, so...
Did you cry?
I yelled at someone.
Perfect.
Someone died, Mike.
Well, did you cry?
No. I was just really angry. I did cry, but I wasn't in the scene, so it was just Lauren crying.
Okay.
But that's over on twitch.tv/Grimjack21502, Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Be there for showers and smooches and fighting more monsters and psychics.
Damn it.
Oh
God
my.
damn it. Perfect. With that, let's jump right over to Lindy. Who are you? Where can we find you? And what did you think about this one shot?
I'm Laugh Love Lindy. You can find me online at Laugh Love Lindy on pretty much all the social medias, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and now I have a YouTube. So y'all should all go follow the YouTube channel. It's somewhere on my Twitter. I don't have a custom URL yet because I need 100 subscribers. So y'all should definitely find my YouTube channel and subscribe. So it's easier for y'all to find. And I'm uploading a bunch of D&D stuff. We just started a Mists of Ravenloft campaign on my channel. It had its premiere last Tuesday. We're going to get into the super creepy ness this coming Tuesday. I'm very excited about this group at level 1 entering Ravenloft. it's gonna be great. Also, you should check out Encounter Roleplay on Wednesdays for regular Call of Cthulhu, where I play another murder housewife. But
Perfect.
this one, the other one's actually much more innocent looking on the outside, and it's fantastic. And if you're into some PvP D&D, check out RPG Sports on RPG Sports TV. I'm going to be there in about 2 hours.
Hell yeah.
As a co-host. And RPGN tomorrow, WebDM, hilarious clips, amazing commentary, mostly with dick jokes. You should check it out. I'm on there too.
Just a peppering of dick jokes.
It's just a smattering,
yeah.
really.
On that note, Kiana, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of this one shot?
I don't know what that segue was, Mike, and I'm not going to question
You know,
it.
I just get what's thrown at me, okay?
But yes, hello, I am Kiana, also known as Kiana S over on Twitter, which is the best way to figure out what I am doing. Love this game. Oh, this is so much fun. Pop Cthulhu is great, and westerns and playing with these people, it's super awesome, and I absolutely loved it. And I love being able to have a character that can shoot things really well, because none of my characters in any other game can shoot things really well, so it's very satisfying. But at 2 p.m. Today, if you like Pulp Cthulhu, have more Pulp Cthulhu, as I'll be with Project Kronos over on Grimjack 21502. Basically, the sister show of Project Athena. Super awesome stuff. Time warping bullshit. It's great fun. And I play a inventor who may have made some very terrible decision, but who knows? We'll figure that out today. And if you're not tired of seeing my face on this channel, I'm actually going to be back here, 4 p.m., running a game of Lasers and Feelings, which is sci-fi shenanigans. It's super fun. I'm super excited to play with this cast. So you'll see me later on today if you stick around on the charity stream. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you around.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much again for being here, both in chat and in game. We're going to take a quick break, reset for the next game, which is, I believe, some Harry Potter-esque Blades in the Dark. So that's going to be cool and new and interesting and different. So stick around. We'll be right back, guys. From all of us to you. Bye-bye.